I spent a lot of years looking at this. People that you know, or a person that you know who refers somebody, has 10 times the believability, the credibility, the trust factor than somebody that you get a lead from. So in other words, somebody filled out a lead for mortgage protection and they give it to you, or they mail it back to you, that has this much belief, like they trust you. Okay, so the other thing, I'm not sure if the young people in here know this, but there's a thing called a phone book. Have you ever heard of that? Like a phone book. It's like a piece of paper book. A lot of companies, that's what they do for leads. They'll give you a phone book and they say, call these people. And a lot of people get mad and they go like, those are not real leads. And I go, yeah, they are real leads, because you can take the phone book and call people in your area. See how that works? You can call people in your area. So that's better than calling people in Chicago. If you're in North Carolina, calling people in Chicago, that'd be stupid. So you call them in your area, and you can also even call them in richer neighborhoods. You can tell what neighborhood they live in, right? Because you go by the city. Like one city is poor here in Burlington, and one community. So there's so that narrows it down. So you got phone book, then you got leads, then you got friends, and then you got friends of friends. Now here's the only question. You might be thinking, I would think my friends would be better than friends of the friends. And I go, no. The most trusted would be a friend of a friend. No kidding. Because we got to do this. I got to do this. Come here, Kyle. Okay, you can stay there. You can stay there. All right. Kyle, what's your name? Jay?
Yes.
Is that it? Okay, so Kyle, tell him, like, no, y'all don't know each other. But like, if you knew him, if you went to school with him, and you said, hey, come here, Jay, this is Andy Albright. Who was it that introduced me? Who'd you say you knew? Did you know somebody? Did somebody refer you, or did we just answer an ad?
He's here for an interview.
I know he's here for an interview, but my question is, how we know him? Kylie. Kylie, that's it, Kylie. All right, so Kylie right here, watch this. Raise your hand, Kylie. So Kylie was introduced to me through Kirsten. And Kirsten works. Is Kirsten in here? She's upstairs. So Kylie would be more likely to trust me than, say, even, way more than Jay, because he just answered an ad. But I'm saying a friend of mine, like you, if I talk to you, or an acquaintance, like I kind of know you, but if you tell this girl, what's her name, Kylie? Kylie will have more trust than even just an acquaintance or a friend, because you know my problems, things I've done wrong. Like my brother. He trusts me, but he didn't trust me that much. Does that make sense? Yeah. You know, I mean, he does trust. You know what I mean? Like now I've got my inner circle, like Paul Roberts or Adam Katz. You can't touch that. But I am telling you, just a normal acquaintance, somebody that you know on your list, is not going to trust you as much as a person they refer to you. That person, because Kirsten is like, hey, Albright's great. He's a good guy. Come work here.
That's the question?
Yeah, come over here so they can hear you.
If what you're saying is, like, with you and your brother, if you referred your brother to somebody, they trust him a lot more than he currently would trust you.
Oh, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. It's a weird phenomenon. But so you got the phone book. Now you call the phone book. The phone book call the people that are closer to you, because you're in a neighborhood, right? Now you could argue if you're going to fly to Chicago, they trust you more because you got your briefcase and you're from out of town. But I'm saying by calling a phone book, you can either pick local people that you can sell to, or you can go to a different city, but you can kick money cities. And then you got leads, people that turn in leads. And then you got people that you know, because I mean, I'm telling y'all, my most experience of going in a house, people I know, but then people that I knew that knew somebody is where my business got big. Does that make sense? Like when I'm hiring young people, like if I'm, over here, Catherine? Is that Catherine? Where you at? Where you at? Catherine? I was talking to Catherine yesterday. Catherine, as you're calling your warm market to recruit them into this business, you'll be surprised that people, acquaintances, like you kind of knew, may do this more than somebody that knows you, because they know you as a soccer player, they know you as a beer drinker, they know you as a TV watcher, they know you as women, they know you. But an acquaintance just sees you in passing, they're going, oh yeah, she's cool. Does that make sense? Now, if you can hire the acquaintance and then they hire somebody that don't know you and the acquaintance tells them how great you are, we call it edification. Does this make sense? Okay, so there's recruiting when you're building your network, and then there's when you're selling. So when you're selling, somebody that you meet, like we had somebody one time, they were riding down the street and they looked at, they saw this couple sitting out on a porch. And then they turned around and came back and they just drove up to the porch and they said, God, I feel like God was telling me to come up here and talk to you, and we're doing insurance. And the lady was like, you're not going to believe this. We were sitting here talking about insurance. And so she wrote them up. You see the belief level that's there? Like it's like God put them together. So like I've recruited a lot of people recently that I've met as Uber drivers. And think of the odds of me being in the car with that Uber driver, right? Or if I'm a restaurant and talking to that waiter. Or if I'm in line at Burger King and I talk to this person. It's like that, oh my God, this is destiny. This is divine connection, right? That's what I think. I don't know if y'all do. Y'all might be like, this is just a random coincidence. I bet, no, this is a miracle from God right here. Does that make sense? Okay, so the whole thing, so when I talk to a person about recruiting or selling, I'm trying to get them to understand, we got leads. People are like, oh my God. I'm like, that's not, okay. I'm trying to get them in, but the truth is they're friends and neighbors and then referrals from a lead. So when you go to a lead, the referrals is where the money is. When you hire somebody off of Craigslist or an Uber driver, the money is in the network because they're going to say that you're okay and they trust you quicker and you move faster. I'm just telling y'all that's where the money is. And I'm getting some people, you know, the Carey organization, Jason and Tawny Carey, they were one of the most recent ones to just say, hey, we need to tear this recruiting thing up. I mean, not this recruiting thing, but this referral thing up. So they started putting their people, explaining to people, hey, let's try to get one referral this week. And then they had to teach them how to get the referrals. And then all of a sudden their profitability has went through the roof because of the referral business. So your network's going to be, I'm telling y'all, we have got so much opportunity coming down the pike with products and different services that we're offering. It's just unbelievable how much money to be made. And the biggest way we make it is a big net or a lot of people. So we've got to work on our recruiting like crazy. Okay? Like that is the biggest thing we can do right now to change our life is our recruiting numbers to just go through the roof. And the best way I know to do it is who we're meeting in the grocery store, and then when we hire somebody, immediately go to their network. And if you hadn't called all your personal network lately and just say, hey, just want to make sure you know what I'm doing. Leads, North Carolina, insurance, help. You throw that out there to them, throw those simple lines and see what they say. You need to do it again. You need to go through every one of them, make sure they understand it. And then if anybody's interested, you want to start building that network as quick as possible. But what I want to talk about today is the leads and making sales and then getting referrals, which are free compared to expensive leads. And people say, our leads aren't expensive, very good price. I go, seems like to me it's a lot of money. I spend a fortune making them. I've got an inventory tied up. People got to buy them, but I would rather reduce the inventory and get people doing referrals if I had a choice, because I know there's more money in referrals. So we got a few people I wanted to talk to and let you get some ideas and hear the successes we're having. It's Alfonso Thomas. Can you speak up or can you unmute your phone and see if we can hear you?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Hey, Alfonso. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Andy.
Good.
Thank you for asking.
So you're on Mike and Noel Leventovich team. Is that true?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Are you hired by them or somebody else got to you through them? I understand. It seemed like your wife's an administrative or something with the education system.
I was the administrator with the education system.
You were.
And I retired. And my wife was administrator with Baptist Hospital, which is a medical health service here.
Okay. So she's got kind of a big job, kind of a big six-figure income job.
Yeah, but she works for Apple now.
Okay. So she's moved on from the administrative to Apple.
Yes.
Is it still big?
Their leadership program.
So it is still a big high-level job, high-level management job.
Yes, sir. But
Okay.
but Andy, she is a agent as well.
Okay. So she was six figures when she got started, and then she's moved into a different leadership position, but still fired up about the business.
Yes, sir. She's fired up.
Yes. People gonna say, I don't understand why Andy's talking to him. He's looking for a 27-year-old. There's no way this guy's 27-year-old with an executive leadership and he's retired. Does that make sense? Here's what Albright knows. That boy he knows people. And he's gonna have crazy credibility. I would be so excited about him if I hired him, more excited about his network. Now, people say, well, you're insulting him. Well, guess what? I'm more interested in you, Kyle, is your network. Does that make sense? I mean, 5% of one person ain't much, but 5% of 1,000 people, now we're talking business. You understand? I understand multiplication. You don't want to override this, like a dot. Can you see a dot right there? Versus a Christmas tree. What about 13 Christmas trees? Okay. All right. So let's talk about your referrals. I understand you've made some money off of people that you know that needed life insurance coverage, and you just went straight up to them. And I also understand you've made some sales off of leads and then got referrals. Is all this true, or what? How you want to correct me, Alfonso? How's it working out?
Well, you said it exactly right, and that's what I did. Starting with leads, and then once I get into the home, I basically work with the client and make sure that I can get some referrals out of the home. Those are very credible. And what I do is take a picture with the family.
Oh, really?
Give me credibility. Huh?
Oh, really? So whoever you sold to, you take a picture with them. Do you do a selfie, or do you get somebody else to take it?
No, sir. I do a selfie.
Now, I have heard people say that me and you are too old to do selfies.
Well, you might be old, but I'm not.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's a good.
I'm just kidding.
Now I'm clear. I got you.
Right?
Yeah, you made them laugh. That means you got their pocketbook now. So I really want to understand here. How many what's the most employees you ever had reporting to you, Alfonso? Pyramid of employees.
I had about maybe around 40 to 60.
Okay, 40 to 60 employees. This is a guy that's had some jobs, right? What's the most impressive title you've ever had, Alfonso, job-wise?
I would say the most impressive that I like was athletic director.
Oh, really? For what university?
Yeah. I was in the high school setting.
Okay, so you were athletic director at high school. What high school?
I was at Cutler Bay Senior High School in Miami.
Okay, y'all tracking on this? This is somebody. You with me? Like a somebody, a sophisticated somebody, athletic director, administrator, all that stuff, getting selfies with people that he just sold a policy to. Who are you? Like, why are you so uppity? Why are you so good and you can't lower yourself to the level that Mr. Alfonso Thomas is able to just get down him? How low can you go? Does that make sense? Like this simplicity of doing this. So then tell us what happens. To take us on with the story. I didn't interrupt it enough. Go on with your story about your selfie and all that stuff.
Well, what I try to do is just build a relationship first with my client, and once I build that relationship with them, and I go into trying to serve them and make sure that they have the right product that we have, and usually, it's pretty successful that I give them a product. But what I do is what I do after I sell, get them the product. I usually let them know that I needed to help them with making sure that their family members knows that they have an insurance agent that will make sure that they're taken care of, and also to make sure that. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You come in loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, just to make sure that they have the confidence that I can make sure that I can connect with their family, so that they would know exactly if anything happened to them, that I will be able to contact them, which I do once they give me a referral, and I introduce myself and make sure that they have my number, and I need to drop off some information over there to them, and I build a rapport with them once I get there, and usually 9 times out of 10, they buy a policy. Or, it's just a domino effect, and they actually I do the same thing with their families. And you continue to go.
And you just got started in January, or did you start in December of last year?
I started in January.
January this year.
Yeah.
And how close are you to winning the Alaskan all expense paid cruise with us?
Well, thank you for asking me that, Andy. I really appreciate it. Man, I am grinding. I'm just like I'm grinding every day. I'm like 12,000 points away.
How about that? So he's over 100,000 points first year towards this, and he's somebody.
Yes,
I don't know if these numbers are right, but I heard that last month you did $8,500 off of referrals. Last week, $2,100, and this week, $2,860 off of referrals. Is all this true?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is. I was at one time, Andy, just doing free referrals. But what happened was that I had to mix some in because I wanted to get on this trip real bad.
Okay. So you did some kind of lighter fluid. See, I see leads as like a lighter fluid. You with me?
Yeah.
You can start a fire and get a fire going. I like them lighter sticks. When you do the charcoal, I get about 7 or 8 them lighter sticks, put them down in there. You could do it with a napkin and take your time, but you get them lighter sticks. Leads are just lighter sticks. But your heat ain't going to come from the lighter sticks. It's the referrals of the lighter sticks. You understand what I'm saying? Like the lighter stick here, all the coals on top of it, that's where your money comes from. And that's what he's talking about, is you're doing just referrals, but you're struggling. So if you need some lighter fluid, that's brand new people, and you just moved to a city, you don't know nobody, get you some lighter fluid, get you some leads. Get them, baby. I love leads. But good gosh, get the referral things. So the selfie picture, what other tips do you get leverage to get the list or suggestions? Do you get them to call the people? Do you get them to text them? Do you call them right then? Do you text them? How do you do, Alfonso?
Well, the way I do is I take that selfie and I get their list and I make a contact list with the picture and I send it out to them. And once I send it out to them, their friends, their family knows who I am and what I've done. So when I make that phone call, they can connect with the picture with me and my client picture.
And so you just, when you say a list, does that mean you text it to them? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. You know how you do your picture, and then you put all your contact numbers in there, and then you shoot it out to them. Yes, sir.
I know how to do that. You think I don't know how to do that? I know how to do that.
I had to learn how to do it, but hey, I can do
it. Who taught you how to do it, Alfonso?
Well, I got a wife here that is is really technical.
Tech savvy.
She's tech savvy. She's tech savvy. And I tell you what, Mike and Noel has been awesome upline to me and my wife. Let me tell you, I can't say enough of them and it's been an amazing ride, and I'm so glad for this opportunity. I tell you that.
Well, we're glad to have you on the team. And then, so what I would be doing if I was Mike and Noel, I would be selling him on Alliance Aiden and saying the same techniques you're using is how we're going to recruit and how we're going to blow this thing up, network this thing up. And I would be coaching on how to network with everybody he's dealing with and what to say. Like I would just role play, because he's killing it with leads and referrals. So I'm going, how do we mix in recruiting with that? I call it basics, basics, and basics. It's communication. Communication is the number one biggest challenge. And then number two is usually communication. Number three is communication. So I'm trying to get somebody else to tell you how to get referrals differently than I do it. Communication. And then if I were Mike and Noel, I'd be trying to communicate him. I don't want to get into it too much, but are you starting to do a little network? Alfonso, is it starting to grow a little bit?
Yes, I have the network recruiting is growing right now. We have, 5?
We have 2.
2 agents already licensed. And
one getting ready to test.
Right, one.
And 3 others in class.
And we got 3 in class.
Well, I didn't know we had the tech savvy boss in the background. What is her name? What's your wife's name?
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi, good morning.
Good to hear your voice.
Thank you.
I'm excited to travel with y'all on this big cruise ship in Alaska.
We are excited and so grateful to you. Your wives, Mike and Noel, have been so amazing for us, to us. So we're excited.
Well, the sweets in the basketball game, we're going to have some food up in there. We're going to have a good time mingling around, watching the Toronto, who they? What's their basketball team? Raptors. Yeah. We got a suite. We're going to be hanging out up in there. And then the other night, we're going out to, I think it's George's, which is this crazy cool restaurant in town. We can eat good. Let me tell you something. Alfonso, Michelle, we eat good when we travel. I want to tell you, you need a diet beforehand. We ain't no dieting. Ain't no ketos. Ain't no dieting allowed when we travel. I don't want to hear all that. You with me? Eric and Bobby, yeah.
Right now, I'm out on the track every day getting 6 to 7 miles in, so I'm getting ready for Alaska because I know.
Our company is asking for 20 names because through time, only one's giving us a call back out of 10. So that we can have a shot for 1 or 2 people through time, 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, who knows how long, that we have a shot of somebody notifying either me or the insurance company that this thing to get paid out. And I give them the sheet, and I say people put their local family, friends, people at church, work, neighbors, anybody who would know that something happened to you locally, so that they can contact the insurance company. And I give them the sheet from there.
Okay.
So that's how I'm getting a minimum of 10. Now, if they have a hard time getting 10, we already established a bond and rapport, and there's trust there and everything, a lot of likability. And so sometimes if they're struggling with 10, I go, they're going to get mad at me, if I don't get a minimum of 10 names here. And is there anybody else? And, I start grimacing and stuff, and they start filling out a minimum of 10.
Wait a minute.
I'm not walking out of the home with a minimum of 10.
Let's tell me about this grimace thing. What's a grimace?
Okay. I start making that sour face, man. I'm like, and
that's y'all's problem. You ain't making no grimace. Y'all got to work on your grimace face.
That's right. That's right, man. I start feeling bad, and I'm like, they feel like I didn't do my job if we don't get a minimum of 10 names. And they start filling out a minimum of 10. I'm just not walking out of there without a minimum of 10.
Okay. How do you call them? Do you call them right then? Do you text them? Do you send them a selfie with your client? What do you do? How do you get in that house next?
Okay, so I'm going to take a selfie. Boom, take a selfie with me and them. I'm going to say, because I need a picture to match the face. A face to match the name. Take the selfie. I send that directly over to them. I make sure they save my contacts and my contact and my picture in their phone, right? And I go, so here's something that could really help me out. I go, I usually call through this list. People think I'm a telemarketer. I don't even pick up any numbers that I don't know. So I go, one thing that would really help me out is if we can group text them with this text. And all my text is very simple. It says, hello, expecting me to come over there, drop something off with a picture from the client, and I'm definitely not a telemarketer. So,
all right,
so that's what I'm doing right there.
Okay, how soon do you call them? Well, how soon do you text them that? How soon do you text them that? Like, you texting them while you're in the house?
Yes, sir. I'm going to text them right when I'm in the house.
Okay,
now,
all right.
I used to think that this is taking longer. I got other appointments. You know, it's going to take another 5 to 10 minutes. But this extra 5 to 10 minutes that we're taking, it's helping us have about a 90% book rate when we're getting in touch with these people on the list. So it's definitely way.
It's urgent. This is urgent to get another appointment. 20 Can you imagine? Book yourself 15 appointments, and then from 15 appointments, get 5 appointments each. You're going to start running 30 appointments a week. Because I ain't got that much time. You got plenty of time. I've seen you. I know you got plenty of time. You need to quit screwing around. That's what you need to start doing. You take too long to daggum get your clothes on. Let's go. Move on. You know, you take too long to get a cup of coffee. Quit stirring it. Let's go. It's stirred. You know what I'm saying? Like get it and let's go. Right, Ray? Reyes?
Yes, sir. That's right.
So
Can I say one other thing real quick? Can I say one last thing real quick?
Yeah. I think we need about 3 hours. We use what we need.
Okay. I used to think, when I never ran one referral appointment, I didn't think it was going to work. I was like, I need to make money. I need to make it this week. I got these bills to get. I got to get paid, right? So I was like, how am I going to dial through this list? What if it doesn't work? Here's one thing that I found. On top of saying leads don't die, they multiply, premium exists on ERS list.
Whoa.
Biggest
Premium exists on my referral list.
That's right. Premium exists on my referral ERS list because I didn't think it was going to happen. My biggest premium this year, and you know, helping out the most families with the biggest premiums came off of ERS lists, man. Not my leads this year. And I think it goes back to what you're talking about. You know, you have the relationship, the bond and trust is already established in there because you're a friend of their friend or family that you've already helped out. So that's kind of out of the way when you go into the house. And I think that's just made a huge difference. You're going in there as somebody that's already been trusted.
I got about 40 texts here, people asking for about 3 more hours listening to you talk about this. Real quick, do you triple dial? Like when you call a client from the house, do you triple dial? Do you hang up, dial them? Do you leave voicemails on ERS? How do you?
Yes, sir. So I triple dial them. I haven't seen a lot of responses on a voicemail, but I do triple dial them just like any normal lead.
Okay.
Yes.
We got to get into how to close it in the house too a little bit. But I want to get Marvin on here. Osuna, dude, you killed it. Everybody on here. We're gonna have to do this more time. I know. I can see it coming. Marvin Osuna, are you on here?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been with us, Marvin?
I've been with the Alliance for 8.5 years, Andy.
Have you been doing referrals the whole time, or did you do like Lee and just start lately?
No, just started lately, man. As soon as I heard this new wave going on here with Jason Carey and Lee Reyes, I said, shoot, I got to jump on that bandwagon and I got to get around these guys. So started traveling, learning more from them. And in the month of May, towards the end of May, I started implementing the ERS, the way they present it, the way they close it in the in-home. And so it's been amazing for us as well.
I understand you already won Alaska, all on referrals.
That's correct.
Okay. Woo. I am 100% for leads. Our mail house is going, our telemarketing is going, we got our SEO going, we producing leads. Let me tell you, I need you to buy leads, $1,000 worth of leads. Does that make sense? I'm not against leads.
That's
I'm
right.
just telling y'all that you need to get started now with the 4 basics. When you're in the house, you got to get referrals. You got to get annuity money. You got to get to attempt to recruit them, and you got to get a check. That's the basics. You got to get a check. You got to get referrals. You got to find out about money, and you got to recruit. That's the four. You got. If we don't execute the basics in the football game this weekend, we're going to lose. If we don't execute in basketball, we're going to lose. If we don't execute the basics in the insurance, if we don't execute the basics in our life, we're going to get killed and we're going to die. Does that make sense? We got to get really good at the dadgum basics. Is your ERS? Is that your favorite thing? The way you? I guess you do it like Reyes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I do it like Lee Reyes, exactly the phone script, and then going into the in-home and edifying the policy that the friend got, that the original client got. I edify as much as possible, talk about the benefits and everything, so that the other person can also get excited about, something for them. So I do it the exact same way. Most of my initial sales this year have come from current clients. So I've been doing a lot of annual reviews, and then because obviously I know that in the last 7 years I didn't get ERSs. So and one of my purposes, going back in there and doing annual reviews is to be able to get that ERS list completed.
Now, you've already won the cruise. You've had some crazy stuff going. How's your brother doing, Osuna? Is he he's in a rehabilitation?
Yeah, thank you for asking. My brother-in-law, who's the senior pastor of the church, had a massive stroke on July 28th while we were in a leaders meeting at the church. And he was in ICU for about 5 weeks fighting for his life, and he's now in a rehabilitation hospital, getting better, moving better every day. And so, thank you. Yeah, we've been going through a lot, and, everybody's prayers and everything has been helping. And, we've been taking care of the church, taking care of the family, taking care of the business, doing the do.
Okay. Well, congratulations. I can't wait to travel with y'all again. Many years of doing it. We got many more years of this. I got a couple more people I want to introduce real quick, and we're going to do some follow-up. We're going to do a lot of follow-up calls with these people that are killing it. I'm working on how we're going to do TWC next week and the activity call. Sydney Legoganis. Sydney, are you on here?
Yes. Hey, Andy.
I understand somebody brought your name up earlier, said that you won the trip last year to Paris on referrals. Is that true?
Correct.
And how are you doing this year?
Doing awesome. Once all these deals we have already approved show up on the leaderboards, we'll be at about 175,000 for this year's trip. So
nice.
Almost at the extension.
Do you use the ERS strategy, or do you have a different?
Been through referrals, Andy. Like you said, the speed of trust through a friend of the friend is way bigger. Like, we write, 200-300 a month IULs all the time, and we have to bam-fam them, to come back with illustrations and all kind of stuff. It's all part of building that trust. But with someone like that, who says, hey, you got to talk to these people, you got to get this. It's a lay down as soon as you walk in, and we just picked up 40,000 IUL that got approved today.
God, that is strong. And the we is Justin Bailey, if people don't know. I don't know if she said it, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
Justin Bailey, it's Sydney Legoganis. We got a million more questions for you. Kelly Haney, are you on the call?
Yes, sir.
I understand you did 13.5 last month referrals. Is that true? 13,500?
That is true.
How do you get it, Kelly? And for high level, who are you? Where are you, Kelly? Where do you live?
I am in San Antonio, Texas, Andy. I am direct to the awesome and wonderful Paul and Tamara Roberts out of Louisville. I would like to thank you, Andy, so much for giving me this opportunity to share with this family. I think this ERS choo-choo train that they started in California has now hit Texas, and it should be hitting the East Coast soon, I guess.
I'm hoping, I'm praying, I'm believing. So issue paid 13,000. Issue paid 22. Issue paid 22,000. Is that this month? Is that this year? Where are you on the Alaska cruise?
The 22,000 was for September that I issue paid. The 13.5 was just the referrals. I still do take some leads, but the majority of what I'm doing right now is referrals. I'm currently in El Paso right now just running on referrals. and turning a lot of these over to my team because I can't get back to them quick enough, and I don't want to lose the trust that we've built with the family.
And yes, I am submitting right around 10,000 a week in business.
What have you? How many points? Any idea how many points you got for Alaska?
I think I'm over 220 or 230,000 points.
Just her writing business.
Maybe it's more.
Not Mike, just her writing business. Over 200,000 points toward the cruise, and some people are not going to win it. Come on, guys. 60 pin. Do you use the ERS strategy, or do you have other ways to get referrals?
I use the same ERS strategy that Tawny Carey and Jason Carey taught.
God.
It's incredible.
10,000 a week,
and
people.
I do the same strategy. I send the text in the home, and
selfies. Do you do selfies?
I do selfies in every single home.
That's what y'all ain't doing right. I done figured it out. Y'all are scared of a selfie.
Brings your relationship to a whole nother level.
That just cracks me up. That's what y'all's problem. Colin, you can be scared to do that selfie, bud. The heck's wrong with you?
People love it. People love it. And what will happen is they keep your number in their phone, and then when they think of insurance, they call you back. I get call-ins every single dadgum week for more insurance from my clients, for their family or their friends, or someone in their family died. They need more insurance. This is what will ultimately happen by doing selfies and being a friend to your clients and really caring about them.
This is Michelle Lollam, guys. She's just killing it. Her and Mike killing it. Hey, Brian Rojas, are you on the phone?
Yes, sir.
Statement.
That's right.
Is that the way you sounded? I ain't making any money. Is that the way you sounded?
Mm-hmm.
Who straightened you? Who straightened you out, and who did they send you to?
So my buddy Andy Riddle, man, he gave me James Coleman's number, and I didn't want to call him. I didn't want to call him. I was afraid to call him. He was a superstar for me, man. And so 3 months later, man, we had a talk, Hernan and I, and yeah, he helped me out with this James Coleman, man, just calling him.
And all of a sudden, so one conversation, and you went from 0 to 25,000 issue paid the next month off of ERS. Is this true?
That's actually, it was $4,000 in the month of August, and about $22,000 in the month of September.
So the first month, $4,000 off of ERS, and next month over 20,000.
That's right, sir.
So 25,000 just after talking. Hey, we're gonna have more questions for you. We got Stan Aldridge. Are you on the phone? Another Texas.
Absolutely. You know I'm here, Andy.
Hey, you gonna win this cruise, Bo?
Yeah, I want it.
You already finished. How many points you got? How many points you got, Stan?
We hit about 3. We hit it about 3 weeks ago. I think over 120, 130,000. And my wife is excited because she heard that seafood is keto friendly. So,
hey, how much of that 120,000 was ERS type stuff? Free.
ERS, yeah, at least 50 to 60,000 of it.
Crazy talk. Bro, I'm proud of you. Tim Goad, he keeps telling me, he said, I'm telling you that Stan Aldridge, he's so big and awesome. He has no idea the power he's got. He's just talking about you and your ability to blow up and build a massive team, man. I've heard several people, Diane Lampy, they're like, he's on the verge of just absolutely taking this thing through the roof.
Absolutely, Andy.
We believe in you, man.
About it. Thank you for having me on it.
Yes, sir. Case Hanna, are you on the call?
Yes, sir.
Case, are you and your wife going to win this cruise, all expense paid cruise?
With pending going through, I'll have 119,000 points, but 91,000 showing right now.
All right.
Yes, we're going to it.
How long have you been with us?
Since May 1st.
Since May 1st of this year?
Yes, sir.
And how are you doing on the this new referral warm market type stuff? I'm guessing Brant Swindell taught you and kind of got you into this world.
Oh, yeah. Him and Andy Riddle, both of them great leaders and coaches. But what really kind of turned the page for me was actually doing a ride-along with Brant and seeing how he gets his referrals. And I've just duplicated his process, and about 31,000 of my business has been from referrals, and it's mainly annuities and IULs.
God damn. Get another selfie. Here you go. I just want to make sure I'm capable of doing this. I can't. So Swindell's kind of some of you guys got them 7-foot long arms. You got a decided advantage.
That's right.
Okay, I don't know when we're going to do more of this, but y'all get the idea. We need to connect you with somebody, and you need to quit being the only one in the country that don't understand how to get referrals and the only one that can't close the deal after you get in the house. We're going to talk to you about how to get in the house, what to say, what you say there. But first, you got to start booking appointments and going to the house. Let's get active. Let's get in the middle of this thing. And listen, let me tell you something. These are the best places to recruit and build your network. You owe it to them to show it to them. That's right. And Mr. Davies had another one. He said, your ERS don't work until you get your picture took. So you gotta do your selfies, man. Y'all gotta get crazy. This thing's getting ready to blow up like Mount Fuji, because we're gonna find some new individuals that will take off like a rocket with this thing. With the ERS, we got tons of leads, and every lead should be a spark that leads to another pyramid, Christmas tree referrals, ERSs. Does that make sense? Every single one of them. And every single house, we need to be like linebackers looking around saying, hey, where's the ball? Where's my Alliance Aiden? Where's my Alliance Aiden? Where's my Alliance Alice? Who can do this thing? Who's interested? Side hustle. I'm telling you that term, side hustle. Mm-hmm. Side hustle. We look for somebody who might want to do a side hustle. A little something money on the side. We want somebody that's got a job. You don't have to quit your job. Hey, show you how to make an extra 10 grand without quitting your job, without putting your job at risk. All those phrases, we got to get good at saying them over and over again, and we got to get good at going to this. You hit your phone, little phone emblem, hit the phone emblem, and then go over to the keypad and hand it to people and say, dial your number right there. Dial your number when you meet people. Then you text them back, and then you call these people. And then, by the way, my Bed Bath and Beyond girl, Krista, got her license. She passed it. Mike Hart, no. Lua Body texted me, says she's got it, and she got 3 people in class. That's right. Wow. Just boom, yeah. Jane Albright's listening. That's Jane's business, because she's the one that made me go to Bed Bath and Beyond. And she's the one that made me use that coupon, which took 30 minutes for me to get that daggum coupon standing in line. That one was like, you a patient person. I was like, I am not patient. I'm about ready to come out of my skin. But I got that name, and I got her started. And then the same thing. Jane was talking to the girl that does her Trang, a friend of hers got Trang, got her connected with Mike Hartley, and dadgum, she's done got people in class, and Micah, I'm telling y'all, these networks are blowing up. This thing's getting ready to get crazy. The system, the foundation is laid. Now let's build the massive, massive organization around you so that your family gets free and y'all get to travel with us the next 30 years. Love y'all. Got to go. Bye. We'll announce when some more training is going to be. Bye.